close your eyes. We'll get started. So get into a nice comfortable position. Relax the face, the fingers, the eyes, the jaw. Take a deep breath in. Pause and exhale it out. Today's practice, as always, is going to be exactly what you need. Maybe some strength, some mobility work, stability work, mindfulness. Walk out of here exactly what you needed. Take one more breath in and breathe deep into the belly. And then just let it go. Sigh it out. Alright, and then keeping your eyes closed, let's do a full body stretch on our back. Reach your arms in the opposite direction. You can point your toes, flex. We're in a full body stretch right here on our back. And then let's work our way into a side bend either direction. You'll slide your feet over to one side, walk your shoulders over to the other side, grab your wrist, forearm, cross an ankle. Keep one side of the body nice and flat into the mat. Just focus on that lower spine getting a bend. Stay in the stretch, take another inhale. Exhale. And on your own, switch sides. Your knees, arms out to a T, palms up towards the sky, and start windshield wipering your knees side to side. Feet are flat, arms out, move your knees from side to side. And then let's bring the knees up, and you're gonna start making some circles. So I do a nice long warm up. You can always change things up. I focus on hip work. And we're gonna go for full baby pose. Remember, you can always do half, instead of going straight into full baby pose. We're gonna take about 6 breaths here. Your knees and toes rotate out, feet are nice and flat. This is a great pose to get us nice and warm to work on mobility. Couple more breaths. And then let's go ahead and lift both legs into the sky. Hands are by our side or underneath our hips, and we're just slowly gonna lower our legs down, tapping into our nice, strong, deep core on the way down. Nothing too crazy. Eventually, you're gonna rest right there. Now bend your knees. We're gonna go into a bridge pose. It doesn't have to be aggressive. Just start to lift your hips up. Let your back body do what it knows how to do. Chin is off chest. There's weight into the shoulders, weight into the feet. You can tighten up here if you want, or just hang out here. And then reach your arms overhead, walk to your tiptoes. Inhale, so the belly lifts, and roll down nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Belly draws towards the spine. And then we're gonna bring our feet to the edges of the mat. The knees are still bent, arms out to a T, and a little more hip work here. We're gonna rock the knees side to side. Now with the feet super wide right here. Pause a little bit if you need to. You don't have to rush through these. Go at your own pace always. And then eventually you're gonna find a stopping point. Walk your feet back to a neutral position. Right leg lifts into the sky. Let's turn the toes out and hold this pose here for a second. feel that. Now keep the toes rotating out to the right as you start to bend the knee and find your way into your version of pigeon pose. So I'm going to do a few different versions and they're all great. Press, pull, press and pull, foot on the ground, okay? So hold your pigeon. Take some breaths in so you feel the expansion in your body as you inhale. And you can either draw a little deeper into the pose as you exhale, or you can relax some tension in your body as you exhale. All right, let's set that foot down, grab our black strap, put around the bottom of our right foot. Four different directions of the toes, taking at least three breaths in each position. So there's toes up for 3 breaths, there's toes down, there's toes to the right and toes to the left. Find any order that you want. If you don't have a strap, you do this at home. You can always use your hands, a belt. So 4 different directions. 3 at least breaths. Alright, let's hold the strap with the right hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Don't get too comfortable. I want to come right out of the pose. Inhale at the top. And cross it over. So we're going to do a few more rounds. I want you to move at your own pace and just work at the smoothness, the ease. And don't worry about how far your leg goes out, whether the leg is bent, whether it's straight. Don't even worry about that. Just find the movement. And then the next time you are out to the right, we will hold that pose. Hands towards the foot. If you didn't have a strap, you could just let your leg rest on the floor. Let's turn our head and neck. Give ourselves a nice neck stretch. I'm looking to the left. Anchor down through your left hip. Pull a little bit more on the strap. And then we're going to let go of the strap a little bit. I want you to use your abs. I want you to use your leg to bring that leg back up. I'm still holding onto it, but I'm not death gripping it. Switch hands and exhale as you fall into your twist. Hips are stacked, so it may feel like your shoulders are in the middle of the mat, but your hips are off to the left. You can always slide your shoulders over or walk your hips back. Okay, try to get both shoulders on the mat and either look up or look to the side to the right. Eyes open or close. You can point the foot, flex it, move around, make little micro moves. Embrace the tension you're feeling. Give it a little tug. And then let's use our leg to bring that leg back up. Use our leg muscles. Okay, remove your strap. We're gonna lock this leg up. So you're gonna flex the foot. It's gonna tighten up the calves, tighten up the quads, and with control, I want you to slowly lower your leg down. Take your time. It's tension, tension, tension to relaxation. Okay, perfect. We're going to go ahead and pull the left knee into the chest, right here. And then we're gonna go into pigeon pose. You can keep the foot down, you can bring it in, you can push. Take a few breaths here. Leg down, put the strap around the bottom of our foot, and we'll lift it towards the sky. Just like last side, we're gonna have some conversations with our body. So as you make the different movements of your toes, you're gonna have different conversations. So spend some time with yourself here. Take 3 or 4 breaths in each direction. If you're still doing these, that's okay. You can catch up to what we're gonna do next. The left hand's gonna hold the strap. We're always gonna inhale at the top so we can exhale into our pose, okay? So just one breath technique. Of course, you don't have to get too stuck on it. Up at the top for your inhale, and nice slow exhale. So you begin the practice of synchronizing movement and breath, up and down. You start to practice mindfulness, intention, and presence in your practice. Do as many as you want. When you're ready, we're going to drop it out to the left and hold it there. Do little micro moves with your toes. Changing up the space between your thigh and your belly. Changing up how much you pull on the strap and how much you rely on your leg muscles, your hips. Turn your eyes to the right if you haven't already. Give yourself a little neck stretch. And then let's bring our leg back to the sky as we inhale. And we drop it across. This is a version of revolved half moon. This is a version of revolved pyramid pose. So adjust your shoulders and hips if you need to. Looking to the left if you like. Pushing through heel. Backing off by bending the knee. Leg can hover or drop to the floor. Without the death grip on our strap, let's bring that leg up to the sky. Remove your strap. Engage the leg, the foot muscles. Use your abs and lower your leg with control. Good. And then just rest here for a second. When you're ready, we're going to do butterfly pose. So you bend your knees, your feet and knees are together, and you're just going to let your knees drop out to the side. Maybe the bottoms of the feet come together. Butterfly. All right. And then bring your legs together. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. You can always make them harder. You can always make them less. So your hands are going to be by your side or underneath your hips, or over your head because you're going to be lifting your chest off the floor, okay? You pick. We're going to start to lower our legs. So wherever your hands are great. I can lift my head and chest, right? I can stay low. I can keep my hands underneath my back. We're going to pick a hold. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. We're going to fire up this core, and then we'll do some pulses, okay? Hold and breathe. Shoulders up or down. And then go ahead and come down. Let your feet rest, okay? Decide where you want your hands. You're gonna bring your legs up to the sky. We're gonna lower the legs down, and I'm gonna move my water bottle. And you're gonna bring your legs out to a V at your hover. Come back together, lift them up, and then maybe lift your low back off the mat at the top. Come on down to your hover, open out to a V, back together, and up. So we're only going to do these about 20 seconds. You can go faster, you can go slower. Make them your own. We all are working at different strengths. Keep going right here. It's going to work those inner thighs. Let's do one more. And then you'll go ahead and set your feet down. Right here, I want you to do any other moves that you want to do on your back before we come into a tabletop position. So I got suggestions, and they're just suggestions. I can do some swivel side to side. If you missed those, we did those in the beginning. We also did full baby pose, so if you want to do that one, you can. And knees, circles. Okay, and there's no rush. When you're ready, cross your ankles and rock through to tabletop or roll over to your side. Meet me in tabletop pose. Get your blocks ready. Blue strap we're gonna use. Also, if you're like, why does she have that video camera up? Because I'm messing around with recording my classes. We're gonna see how it goes. All right, spread your fingers like starfish. Knees not too close together. You'll lock yourself out of movement. You'll round your spine, and that's going to be a great time to exhale. Pushing the air out of the body, and as you drop the belly, it can fill up with air. Inhale. Good. Tuck the chin, tuck your tailbone, and then there's some side-to-side movements as well. Puppy dog pose, hips stay high in the sky like your tail is wagging. Forehead rests on the floor. Take the weight off the shoulders by letting the weight go to the forehead. Just hang out here for a second. And then I want you to push your fingertips into the mat. Push them so much that you can feel shoulders and arms activate. Push the fingertips into the mat so much that it feels as if you might push up into a plank. And now relax your fingers. Hands come together in prayer. Forehead stays down on the floor, and you're going to point your fingertips towards the sky. Puppy dog pose. Stay as long as you want. This is a good substitution for downward dog, that puppy dog pose, okay? Now come into hands and knees. We're gonna stretch the left leg out. Find that neutral pelvis, somewhere between cat and cow. Right arm could extend out, or I can keep my right fingertips on the floor, okay? We're gonna hold here. Then the right arm's gonna go out to an airplane. Shoulder and arm parallel to the floor. And then maybe add in the leg out to the side. And I'm flexing those toes. It's gonna tighten up my quad. Maybe prevent that little hip cramp that comes. Set the toes down, twist as you inhale, thread your needle as you exhale. Lay onto that shoulder, get that nice stretch in the side. Toes can help adjust how much weight goes to your shoulders. Left arm can go to the sky if you want, or on your low back, or over your ear towards the floor. And then we're gonna push back up, trying something new today. Keep your left toes out. We're just gonna sit back a little bit towards our right heel. And then just rock forward, little mobility work. And if your knee's like, I'm not into that, that's okay, just stay where you are. A couple of these. Get more mobility work right here. Good. All right, go ahead and come back to neutral, tabletop, switch legs. Look for the neutral pelvis. That is going to help prevent overloading your low back. So bird dog pose right here, with an option to throw an arm out like an airplane wing. Option to bring your leg out, holding it here, pushing through your heel a little more if you want to. Then toes down, arm up, inhale, and enjoy your thread the needle pose. Play around with your top arm like we did last time. And then we're gonna push out, keep the leg out, and we're just gonna rock back and forth a couple times. Keep those toes tucked under, forward and back. Those toes ready for down dog. And then let's come back into hands and knees. Spread those fingers like starfish, put some weight in the knuckles, and lift your knees a little bit off the floor, just a little bit, okay? Okay, now if a little bit is higher than my little bit, that's okay, that's okay. Stretch the bottoms of the feet out here. We're gonna rotate the knees and toes to the left. I can keep both hands on the mat. I can rock back. You're gonna take this pose and just adjust your body. Not shove it into a box. It shouldn't go into. Good, twisted dog. Come back to center, maybe a little hover. Twist it out to the other side. Nice side bend. Good, and then let's come into hands and knees and lift up into your bent leg, down dog. Keep the knees bent so you can focus on stretching the spine. Tailbone towards the sky, head relaxed between the shoulders. And then start to bend your knees, just one at a time though. Don't jump into straight leg downward dog too quickly. I want you to keep the movement in the pelvis going. Have conversations with one leg at a time. Now walk your hands back just a little bit. Lift high on your tiptoes. Tailbone stays high the whole time. Exhale, push your heels into the mat. So you should feel in the calves. Keep your tailbone high. Yeah, do that again. High on your tiptoes, tailbone stays high. Exhale, push your heels down. That's just gonna bring the stretch all the way down. And then let's start to walk forward. Don't be in a rush to get there. We're gonna hang out upside down in a forward fold. You can grab elbows, options. You can wrap around your calves or thighs, big toes, heels. Start to weight up those legs, pushing the heels into the mat. And then you're gonna bend one knee and keep the other one straight and allow your upper body to get heavier so the upper body starts to pull towards the floor. You're gonna feel a big stretch right there. You can come up a little bit to take that tension off, switch legs, one leg bent, one leg straight, and let your upper body be so heavy that the belly starts to pull towards the thigh and the crown of the head starts to reach a little closer to the floor. Then we're gonna do halfway pose, bend your knees, push your shin bones back with your hands or fingers, push your tailbone back and your heart forward, breathe deep into your belly. That's gonna be your inhale, and a big exhale as you fold. So this would be what we would call our biggest forward fold of class today. Good. Your feet all look great. You do want to have them about hip distance apart. We're going to roll up into chair pose. Your hands can be forward. It can be at heart center. It can be to the sky. Don't get too caught up in the hands. Focus on those legs. Push the heels into the mat. Lift your toes for a second and push your hips back like there's this little chair there. And if it wasn't for the strength in your legs, you'd be falling over, right? So hold your chair wherever it is. And then swing those arms around to a full body stretch so you can take an inhale. And then swing it back around into your chair. Keep going. Rise up. And back. Good, last one, rise up. Hold the chair pose again. Feel the strength in your legs right here. Push your hips back. Feel that little quiver in those legs. And on your next exhale, fold it out. Good. And then let's step back into downward facing dog. Step back into down dog. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg high into the sky. Bend your knee, open your hips, start making some circles with your knee bent. We did not get to do these in our warm-up, so let's really find the movement here. Big circles, both directions. Okay, now square off the hips. You're in three-legged dog. We're gonna come forward a little bit with those shoulders. Round your back like cat pose as the knee pulls into the chest. Take a peek if you want, some version like this. And now kick it back to three-legged dog. Any version. We're gonna do that again. Bring it in. And last one. keep the back rounded. Step your foot to your thumb. That might help that transition. Find your blocks if you're using them. If you don't have them, that's okay. Good. We're gonna do a simple lunge. A simple lunge right here. Good. And then we're gonna drop the back knee down. Float the arms to the sky. I got something new for us to try today. Interlace the fingers. Open up the heart, open up the chest. Now, here's the new thing we're gonna do besides this. I'm gonna rock back to pyramid, but if I wanna put my hands on the block, it's okay. Let me show you this one. I'm gonna rock back to pyramid. And I don't have to go very far. And then I'm gonna rock back into lunge. Let me show you the block version, okay? Rock back to pyramid. We're gonna do just a couple more. Just play here. You can do a combo of these two, right? Good. The next time you come forward, find your blocks. Lift your back knee off the floor. Hop your back foot in a little bit. And let's roll ourselves up. If you need to set your back heel, watch my back heel. If you need to set your back heel on the floor, that's okay. So you're gonna be crescent lunge or warrior one. Good. Wherever you are, it's perfect, it's great. We are holding it right here. Breathe in, breathe out, relax your face muscles. All right, let's wheel down into our lunge pose. And with the left hand staying on the block, let's bring our right elbow to the sky to initiate the twist. Arm will be the last to raise to the sky, okay? Bring your hand back down. Let's do that again, but let's use some upper back muscles. Pull, like we're using those stretchy bands. Elbow followed by the hand. One more. Strong legs, upper back. Good, now hold here. Option to drop your back knee to the floor if you want, okay? I'm gonna drop mine because I'm gonna do a twist right here. So feel free to drop your knee and we're gonna twist and look back behind us. Good, hold right here. I'm reaching my hand to the wall behind me. Good, find your blocks. Move them out of your way. Downward dog. Use your hips to slide back into down dog. Pedal your legs if you want to. You're gonna do the practice that fits you. I'm gonna walk you through a little flow. Slide forward into your plank pose. I can be high plank, knee plank. I can be elbow plank, but hold it here. I want you to lock in. The back of the throat tightens as you exhale. Use your quads, use your glutes. And then we're gonna lower, but don't relax until your belly hits. Good. Hands by the side, prep with a big inhale. And as you exhale, lift the chest, possibly the legs. You do a different version. I'm going to do two more. I'm showing modifications. Two more. And then either do plank or down dog. Meet me there. And, sorry, I meant plank or tabletop. Meet me in down dog. That is what I meant. Should not always do what I say. I'll say that right now. All right, downward facing dog with the left leg in the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Let's make some circles. Big circles. Exaggerate this move right here. I always do lots of hips. I think it gives us more freedom in our movement and in our thoughts actually too. All right, we're going to bring the knee in a little bit, but lift the thigh close to the belly and just round your back as you pull your shoulders forward. And then kick it back. In any version of these, you can do with the knee down. Exhale in. Movement in the spine and pelvis. And on your last one, step your foot to your thumb. Grab your blocks for your lunge pose. Lunge right here. Drop your back knee. Come on up. Float your arms to the sky. You can keep your arms up. Option 1. Hands behind the head. Option 2. Hands to the block. Option 3. And we're going to rock back into pyramid pose. Okay? Now, maybe the hands up, offer something different, but then you lose the mobility that you like, okay? Let's play here. I saw this on Instagram this morning. I thought my class wants to try it. And then the next time you find lunch, we're gonna lift the back knee off the floor right here and open up to our twist. All right, let's go ahead and do that a couple more times. Pretend like you're pulling a stretchy band out of this ground so that by the time the hand gets up, you can feel the strength in your upper body. Hold this lunge pose. I can drop the back knee to the floor. And if you haven't already, drop the back knee to the floor and now look back behind you, upper spine twist. Looking back, reaching back. Both hands come to the floor right here. I missed something. We're gonna hop our back foot in and then let's roll ourselves up either into crescent lunge. Notice I keep my back knee bent, or I drop my back heel for warrior one. Okay, it's an upright position. All versions are great. It's where my legs are strong and steady, where there's length in the spine, and I am putting some effort into this pose. Wherever you are, hold right there. Good. Find your blocks. Move them out of your way. Downward facing dog. Or a child's pose. Or we float. You can slide into plank. Skip a push-up. Do a push-up. Skip a back bend. Do a back bend. Just some movement right here. Even in child's pose, there's movement. There's breath work. We're gonna meet back in down dog in about 3 breaths. So if you're in child's pose, hang out there. That's okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Anybody want fans? You're all good? All right, it's just no one wants to say it, I know. Okay. We're gonna do down dog again. Right leg's gonna lift high into the sky again. Bend your knee. You can make circles. Some people do wild thing pose. I'm just demonstrating, but it is not a requirement. None of this is an option to do wild thing pose. Wherever you are, meet me back in 3-legged dog with the right leg high into the sky. You're gonna step your foot to your thumb. Everyone put your back heel down and let's go into warrior one. So if you did it earlier, you're nice and warmed up. Warrior one. Good, right here. Hands go behind the back. Just do a little shoulder stretch. So maybe your shoulder stretch is here, 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 here. Just stretch those shoulders out. Now, you're gonna use your legs nice and strong. Keep your left hand on your back. If you're in the opposite leg, you can switch out and are dropping our right hand to the floor. And I'm doing an easier version of humble warrior. That made you laugh, I'm sorry. But you can bring your back foot in to make it a little bit easier. Or if you're wanting to make it a little bit harder, you lift your right hand off the mat and you can start to bring it underneath your thigh. And you don't have to do this, I'm just offering some modifications. Okay, now we're gonna use our hand to help push us up back into warrior one. And then make your adjustments and find your warrior two. So the hips have turned now. The hips are in the same direction as the chest and back toes, okay? We're gonna fly up nice and high. Reach through the waist, through the crown of the head. Exhale into a really strong, powerful warrior two, turning the head as we go. Rise up high and press it down. Strong arms, guys. And then last one, rise up. Warrior two, hold it here, hold it. Breathe in, breathe out. Strong, strong legs. Left hand goes to our back. Right hand drops to the floor. We've already been here. And now go ahead and rotate. Walk your front foot off to the side. So we transitioned into our lizard pose. Creep down to your elbows. Use a block if you want for your elbows. Okay. Back knee up or down. Lizard pose right here. Take a few breaths. Then I want to work on some hip strength. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're we're gonna find our way into a squat at the top of our mat. And we've been practicing this. So we come into straight arms. You might hop your back foot in a little bit. You're gonna put all your body weight into your front leg and then start to sink your hips. Your knees are gonna go wide and that's gonna allow movement in the hips. Good, hold this malasana, just a couple breaths right here. Stretch those legs, hips, maybe push the elbows into those inner thighs. Got it. All right, ease your way back into down dog. We're gonna do the other side. I'm skipping the flow for time. Once you get into down dog, lift that left leg in the sky. Remember, you can walk your hands back if your wrists and shoulders are feeling too much pressure. You can make circles again with that left knee. You can drop into wild thing pose if you want. This is your movement class. When you're ready, let's step our foot to our thumb. Back foot drops at an angle and roll yourself up. Take a quick peek in the mirror. I want you to be able to see your entire back leg fully in the mirror. Don't hide it behind the front one, okay? This time do a different shoulder stretch. So whatever you did last time, just pick something different. Get those shoulders and chest, arms stretched out a little bit. And then meet me back in warrior one. Hold it there. Let's bring our left arm to our low back and set our right hand to our low back and set our left arm down. Good, and we're gonna hold it right here, this humble warrior. I can bring my back foot in. I can try to drop my head, my heart. I can try to bind if I want. It is hard for all of us, no matter what pose we're doing, right? Because we're working at our own pace. We're working for ourselves. And then use your hand and legs and abs to come back up into warrior one. Chest is squared off, hips have opened up a little bit. Now open up into warrior two. If you want to hide your back foot behind your front leg, that's okay, but I want you to know that this warrior two right here, staggered, is just as good, okay? We fly up high, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Hello, inner thighs. Wake up, up. Exhale. Last one, up. And here, hold strong. Take the word warrior literal right now. Stay humble right here, so relax the face. And then left arm to our low back. Right arm to our low back. Left hand. This is why I don't make videos, okay? And we're just in another version of humble warrior. Then transition into your lizard. Walk your front foot off to the side. That's gonna roll your knees open and creep down to your elbows. Back knee can be up or down. Hold here. Knee down, knee up, on your blocks. Toes could roll towards each other. Toes can roll out. You're playing around with little moves. And then instead of stepping forward to squat, I want to do some bands, because I'm forgetting. Actually, we're gonna step forward to squat. Let's just do that. So go ahead and place all of your weight into that front leg. Step forward, let's do one more squat. We're already on the ground, so this will work out. And then grab your strap and use your legs to come up. We've got our stretchy band, okay? Good. All right, I want you to know you can have straight legs. Forget about working the lower body if you want. I do want you to use core. You can just focus on arms, but if you need more leg work, go into a little squat. Tailbone slightly tuck under so you don't overload the low back, okay? So if you're feeling like you want to do a squat for some of it, that's okay. Okay, we're gonna fold our strap in half because we're getting stronger. We got more resistance to play with. Arms up. So the closer my hands are, the more resistance I have, right? And we're just gonna do these pulls. They're not gonna be huge, but they're going to be challenging. They might feel easy at first, but we're gonna just keep doing them until you don't wanna do them anymore. Hold and pulse, feeling it. Trying to not keep the shoulders pushing up into the ears. Use a little bit of core here. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1, and then hold. Hold something. You have to start recognizing good pain from bad pain right here. This should be good pain. Hold, hold, hold. Good, and then go ahead and let it go right here. Okay, let's take our strap. Let's put it around the bottom of our feet real quick. Put it in the middle arch. And it's gonna fall. Okay, so that you're not slippery. Feet hip distance apart. Okay, I'm gonna sit up a little bit straight just to take pressure off my low back, but I could do the squat. We're gonna bring the thumbs up and out, hold it here for a second, and then just rotate your thumbs forward. See what that feels like, okay? And then thumbs up and forward, that's it. Now you don't have to have the arms as straight. So maybe I have my arms a little bent, that's okay. Forward and back. Now, use the core. So when I say core, it is this vertical line down the center of your body. The abs are a big part of it. You're just part of it. Good, now we're pulsing. Thumbs up or down, pulse it out. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Good. All right, we're gonna do kickbacks. I'm gonna have you bend the knees just a little bit. Takes the pressure off. The low back, you know, I focus on that a lot. Elbows back and up. Tilting forward just slightly. Keep the back of the arms up. And now push back with your arms, your hands, your wrists. Try to keep little movement in that upper body. Try to keep little movement in the upper arms. And you should be feeling it in the back of your arms. Pushing at the top. Let's pulse. The bands allow us to work with resistance and stability, right? Mobility. All right, the next time you come out, hold it and just find some sort of pulse. Pulse. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, and 1. Good, come on out. All right, go ahead and take the strap off right here. I'm gonna use this as a way to stretch those shoulders. So we'll bring the hands up and we're just gonna hold a little stretch right here, wherever that is. So you might have your stretch more here, you might have it here, but open up the heart, open up the chest. Good, all right, and release. Throw your strap down off your mat. Step to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Enjoy the resistance gone. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe one more halfway flat back. And then step back into our down dog. Let's spend 6 breaths here. This will be our last down dog. So stretch everything in your back. Stretch everything in the glutes, in the calves, all the way down the back of the legs. And then we're gonna drop to hands and knees. Knees go wide, big toes touch. We're gonna stretch our hips out here. This is kind of like a squat, right? Let your belly and chest go all the way to the floor. So you're not pushing those hips back towards the heels. Sometimes that doesn't feel great for lots of different reasons. That's okay. That's okay. Stay just a few more breaths. While you're in a resting pose, a child's pose, or puppy dog pose, just think about if there's a restorative pose you'd like to do, or is there some more stretches you want to do? So I do a 5-minute restorative time frame, and then we do a 10-minute shavasana, okay? Restorative pose, think of a pose on your back or face down or on your side where you can use a pillow or a blanket, okay? If you want to do some more sun salutations, right? Or if you want to stay in down dog, that's okay too. So we We have 4 minutes to do a restorative pose. I'm going to grab my pillow and blanket and just show some suggestions. A classic restorative pose is this supported fish pose. Pillows, if you don't have those, folded blankets and towels work pretty good. Couch pillows work pretty good. Regular pillows. Here's a version of a fish pose. You can walk forward, you can walk back. I intend to be right there in the middle, palms open to the sky. Show another one. Hips can come high. Here's another version of restorative pose. Comes without effort. It's going to feel that new space. Shavasana, where we aren't quite yet, is that space between being awake and being asleep. Restorative, where I teach it, you're still aware, practicing, relaxing. Neutral in the spine. If you do use a pillow, it's underneath your legs or your knees. Blanket to provide you support and warmth. Get comfortable. Make sure you're warm. And then you just hold still. And then it happens. Come around and press down on your shoulders. Place your hand on your belly. If you want me to skip the pressing of the shoulders today, okay? Also press down on the calves, or I guess the shin bones. So if you don't want that too, just let me, okay? Alright, so make your face look relaxed. Eyes are going to be closed, your eyelids are going to be heavy. Separate the top jaw from the bottom jaw just slightly. Feel that tension release. Feel the skin on your face melt. The neck and throat soften. Relax the shoulders, upper arms, elbows.